got that on tape.
The pacer test tomorrow is first.
All right, varsity girls, let's go ahead and get a dynamic stretch going.
Philadelphia City Rowing is a free rowing program offered to all the public school students in Philadelphia School District and the charter schools that don't have their own rowing program. We row right here on Boathouse Row. And this gives a lot of the opportunities to kids in Philadelphia that otherwise wouldn't get a chance to row, especially in Philly being the mecca of rowing. It's great for them to have that opportunity.
PCR is a force to be reckoned with. It is a program that is growing and will continue to grow.
Initially, we started with kids from 11 schools. We now have kids from 27 different schools. Knowing that there was not a lot of kids that knew how to row, we started a middle school program, which started with 20 kids and now has 48 kids.
So much of what we're doing is filling in the gaps of what the Philadelphia School District can no longer afford. So we feel that that's our responsibility.
Philadelphia City Rowing has made me not only physically stronger, but mentally stronger, because I've learned to use what I've learned here in the outside world.
You constantly have to keep on breaking through that barrier, digging a little deeper, finding an extra gear to go into, and just keep on hammering away at the piece.
Last couple strokes. So paddle by pace to St. Joe's into our next 500.
Kids that come in, not the best shape, they're young adults, boys and girls don't really think about nutrition. And next thing you know, after 6 months of training, they're more fit. They lose, 20, 30 pounds. They're real happy in the mirror. And, sometimes it's not the rowing or the academic stuff that keeps kids bought in. It's they see the positive changes in their body. And that's also part of PCR. No, it's not always rowing or academics. It's healthy choices and healthy lifestyles. And if these kids are leaving PCR not being collegiate rowers, that's fine as long as they have good skills and help themselves be healthy and knowledgeable throughout their lives. That's a really important part of our program.
The conditioning of PCR, I personally will say for myself, when I first came in, I was at risk for diabetes type 2, and it really shocked me because I was like, I didn't think this could happen to me. When I first came in, the training that I was put through, I was like, man, this is kind of tough. But then everybody supporting me and all that stuff, I got the mental toughness that I needed to keep on going, trying a little harder, pushing myself more. I wouldn't have been able to do this if it wasn't for PCR, and especially looking at old photos of myself, I really can't believe the change that happened. I came in freshman year at 190, I think, and now I am 155, and I am no longer at risk for diabetes.
No, Nate, put that back. For you, and for you. Get out. He's not the novice captain. I'm the novice captain. I won by a large vote.
I've met some of my closest friends here. A lot of the girls and a lot of the guys are from different schools. So it's really interesting to see how they learn, what they go through.
It's just one big community of diversity. You don't see a lot of diversity in rowing. I don't see a lot of colored people in rowing, so I see a lot of colored people here. And it's not the fact that I want to see a lot of color, that I don't feel different.
Wake up!
You meet people from so many, we're so diverse. You meet people from tons of different countries, socioeconomic classes, just anything and everything you can think of as diversity is very much so defined by PCR.
The research shows that a student athlete that thrives is one that's enmeshed in a community. And the best communities are socioeconomically diverse communities, so that everybody has a sense of where they can go, maybe where they came from, and that their past and their culture is honored.
Many of these students make lifelong friendships, and they make them from all parts of the city because our program serves almost every zip code in the city.
They have their school life, and then they come here and they form these new bonds that I think are really strong. It's a little bit stronger because they look forward to seeing each other and working together with each other on the regular basis here with the team.
I love my teammates in my boat. We call our boat the Fantastic Four.
It's a rare experience because we have students from all over the city who wouldn't necessarily know each other. They're from different socioeconomic backgrounds, different religions, and they're working together and best friends, even though they don't go to the same school or live in the same part of the city.
Every Monday, we're able to go down to PCR's headquarters and sit down and have a quiet place to do our homework where it's safe and warm.
PCR provides amazing academic support through tutoring, mentoring, and SAT prep.
We get students out of Drexel University come down and provide all the tutoring for them. We have guidance for the kids. We have college placement.
This is a 5-week course, and over the next 5 weeks, we're going to be going over math, vocabulary, the essay portion of the exam, and we're going to be taking practice tests.
SAT prep can really run you a pretty penny, but through PCR, we've been able to have that service provided to us for free, and it has definitely helped a lot of our athletes, student athletes, become, efficient on the water, but also off the water, and getting us into college and things of that sort.
For PCR, it's not athlete first, it's student then athlete.
PCR has broadened what the students' vision of the watershed area is. Many of them were never in a boat, let alone on the Schuylkill River, being exposed to the plant life, the animal life.
So the William Penn Foundation grant allows us to not only expose more students to the watershed, but is also allowing us to build a curriculum designed around teaching them about that watershed so that they have information and experience to go hand in hand and become better environmental citizens.
Birdwatching for me launched a career in conservation. It launched an interest in being a steward for the environment, and I hope it does the same for you.
This bucket is supposed to represent the water throughout the world. This is supposed to represent how much water are in ice glaciers. And this is supposed to represent groundwater, like how much water are in rivers and lakes. And then this, fresh water, is how much water we actually drink.
This whole grove is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and we'll continue to do this, and it protects the river. You guys know when you're rowing, you know real well, you're going to get wet, and it's good to have nice clean water to splash you in the face, rather than the old days when it was pretty toxic. We are so grateful to William Penn Foundation for this grant. It's allowing us to do so much more education for the rowers and also for the coaches. Educating the coaches, educating the kids, expanding the program, and again, it's just the kids now are learning about their environment. They're seeing what the water quality is, they're seeing the birds and the fish. They want to take care of it. They're growing concerned about their river, and that's what we really wanted. It's a big thing of what we wanted was them to take charge, take some stewardship of the river.